Welcome back, guys, gals, and NB pals, to episode 6 of Anno 1503, Anno and Chill. And this episode 6 will probably be the busiest so far, because we've recently ascended and progressed to merchants. And now they have a bunch of new demands which need satisfying. Lamp oil, stabilizing the situation with lamp oil, is one of them. But also, first we need to fix a couple other supply issues, such as tobacco, which is basically empty all the time. Spices could also be better, so we're going to be tackling that. And the same goes for silk cloth. Regular cloth, on the other hand, well, looks fine. And after that is done, we're going to try to advance to 1500 merchants. Let me see, is that the number of merchants overall on this island? It looks like it. To 1500, because that will unlock several new buildings, such as the theater, such as the pavilion, a couple of decorative items here. 1900 would be the wine stand and the jewelry stand. That bridge is nice though. And we will then unlock the winery and the vineyard on course to that. A goldsmith, because we can also then unlock the gold and gem mine, which we will also need. Another couple of decorative items. So actually, 1500 might not even be enough. We might need to bump it up to 1900. So, on that note, let's expand this road right here. And start building up a couple of new houses. And the same over here. There we go. Hang on, did I? I did. That is off by one block. Well, could be worse. We could just... Oh, that's the monument there. Forgot about that part. Yeah, there's the monument. Didn't even see that hiding behind that merchant's house. But yeah, there it is. Oh, that's a good track. But no matter, we can just still fill this with a couple of decorative things such as... No, that's too big. It's not even unlocked yet. Well, it will unlock, and that's when we are going to decorate this for real. Right, so we are at 670. Another thing that worries me is my tool production, because I do believe, for one thing, we're running lower on tools, and for another, we are doing this with only one ore mine, so we might as well want to build the second smith, because am I right in thinking that this iron ore iron, yeah, we can supply a second smith with that. So block building material for a bit, build a second smith, and that should take care of everything. Let's give it a couple of moments. Speed up time. And as far as tools are concerned, that should take care of everything. Yep, there we go. Okay, now we're producing more tools, which is lovely. We can allow their usage again. 20, and there's up to 670. I'm not sure that this row of houses will be enough. We might find that out later down the line. But more importantly, tobacco. Tobacco needs fixing, so do spices, honestly. But tobacco is the more urgent one. Do I have a ship that's got nothing to do? No, you're on trade routes. Okay, so that means I'm on the wrong island, but also I need a new one. Small trading vessel, there we go. I'd like one, please. Hang on, I also don't have wood. Okay, we need to do something about that. Am I really trying to do all of that with just one forester? Really? Like, no offense, but what was I thinking? Or is that? No, that's a sheep. Oh, by the way. There's what I don't want. Where I do want it is, right. Where's this at? There we go, right here. Let's put it all the way over here. Connect it up to here, and we will need a new marketplace as well. Alright then. Give this guy more trees, and that should solve most of our issues. And here we are. The Gathia is our new ship. We might have to load that up with a couple of tools, bit of wood, bit of bricks. And make the way over to our tobacco island, because that needs expanding. Okay, with the increased production, I feel like we can actually now allow them to use them again. That music, by the way, was quite loud, so I'm not sure if you could actually hear me all the way back there. General supply looks alright. Food is also running very low, so that is a good indication that I need another one of those chains right here. You know what, while that is going on, we can't afford that, and I can't keep going back and forth on that. on allowing or blocking building materials, so we're just not going to. Build another forester right here. And then that should solve our problems with it. I mean, after all, this has basically tripled our production, so if that doesn't solve it, I don't know what will. So Reslingberg gets all the good stuff. Most importantly, tobacco, not hemp. And another tobacco plantation, for which I'm already out of wood. Fascinating. But honestly, just that one could help. Now, which one is... Oh, yeah, this... My spices. You're taking all the wood from here. What's that trade route like? You're going over here. Interesting. I don't know why I did that. Mistral is just doing... Pals and Planta. Yeah, Mistral is just going all the way up there. What's Reliance doing? Oh, Reliance is coming down here with this silk. Okay, so... That's an interesting trade route design. I'm not going to be too happy with that, I don't think. But yeah, 3 tons of tobacco products. We don't call that a lot here. Especially since, yeah, we've just offloaded it. And it's going to take a while before they come back round, so... Not good at all. But what we need to do here then is for Voyager... Nice name, by the way. Oh, to not take all the stuff from Reslingberg. Not all the wood from Reslingberg, anyway. Let that take? Yeah, let that take. Lovely. So we're going to keep the wood here for a bit. I didn't delete the entry on purpose because we just need to expand the production here rather than abandon the project. We still need some wood here. But we also do need wood in our capital, so it's a temporary setback, as a Disney villain would say. Let's speed up time again while we wait for that wood. There we go.
Bravo! People like to live in your town.
I should hope so. But now that is done, tobacco, products for which we don't have the tools. We can get those though, quite easily. What? Oh, how do they like to live here without food? That's what I'm wondering. We need to give them food and lots of it. feel like this is the part of the playthrough where I frantically adjust every supply chain. Six, that should do the trick. No, it doesn't. 7. We need 7, not 6. But no worries, we got that. 1. Two. 3. Of course, we also need or rather two mills and 1 bakery. Tell you what, we're gonna do that in a different way. We're gonna build another warehouse back here and then have them line up like so. The mill's over here and the bakery side, and then here the warehouse. That should do the trick just fine. What just took all of my wood? And do I really want to know? So, Voyager, take the tools. Right. Over here.
Ahoy, Captain.
Because if there's one thing we have surplus of in terms of building material, it's actually marble. But tools are fine right now. Okay, that's mill number 1. I just realized these mills can actually work their way towards those grain farms without road access. They can just walk across. Or they can rely on the warehouse picking it up and then picking it up from the warehouse. Either way, that should work. Are we ever going to get to 7? Or is my tool production just eating that all up? It's eating it up quite a lot. Let's pause that for a second. This track right here, by the way, reminds me of the Tomb Raider Underworld trailer. As far as the series is concerned, like the Tomb Raider series, that's one of the more impressive trailers, if not the most impressive trailer I've seen. Because it's just so atmospheric. But there we are, more food is being produced. We should see that shortly in our warehouse. It will take a while though. 0 is not a good number, and if it applies to spices as well, It's getting worse and worse. So there's more tobacco. So this seems fine. Yeah, it's getting picked up there. Right. So that means we've just doubled our tobacco production. That should solve most of the issue. And now, of course, we need to readjust. The trade route, Reslingburg, you need to pick up some more wood again. And leave it in Plantau. Lovely. So much for that. We do have food again. Now for spices. Take it, ship it over here. Because we obviously do need to double our production of that as well. Spices are running just as low as our food and tobacco was. I have a feeling food is going to keep running low if we're going to produce it in that amount. What about salt, mind you? Oh yeah, we're producing loads of salt. That's not going to be the issue. There it is, salt mine. Salt works. Is that the only one? I think it's the only one. Oh. We're not using any of the other mountain ranges so far. And this is the only salt mine and works in that mountain range. So that seems to work. Right then. Offload everything here. Hope that... yeah, that should be enough though. 21 tons of tools, 31 of wood. Looks fine. Spice farm. So, spice plantation, spice fields. Doesn't necessarily look like much, like the fertility is doing a lot, but we have them. We're going to use them. Where is it? 84 and 86% respectively. So you are doing your jobs. And on that note, I'm just going to keep planting here. Not that it's necessarily doing much, but at least we ramp up the production. That should do wonders.
The people praise your government.
And they're quite right too. Yeah, look at that. Food is going up immensely. 12 to, okay, back to 10, but still that works just fine. Alcohol, on the other hand, that has stopped working. Just going down. And we do have a hop fertility here, so might as well make use of that. That should do the trick. Another monument. People are really happy to be here.
Your rule has been wise and prosperous. Your people are happy and want to thank you. You may construct a monument to yourself.
I shall in a moment. I do remember after covering this entire thing in hops. I do hope that's connected though. I have a feeling it might not be. Ah, now it is. Now it is for sure. It's a bit of a weird arrangement here, but it should work. Hops all... Yeah, hops alone don't cover it though. Where is the brewery? Is that sheep farm? No, that's what yeah, brewery. Brewery turns hops into alcohol, so let's give this place a brewery. Do hope the sheep don't mind, but they seem to be doing fine. Like, we're barely touching the radius here, so it'll be okay, I think. So we solved. I hope we solved food. We don't need to solve leather. Salt is also fine. Alcohol will be fine. I was hoping tobacco would recover faster, but look, yeah, we're already doubling the input here. Same with spices, although that might take a while to kick in. What are you going to be picking up? 9 instead of... Yeah, okay, that's also doubling. Good. Medicinal herbs, not been happening yet. Cloth, Cloth is easy to fix, we just need more sheep farms. We can build those over here. Basically, we needed to fix everything, so... Yeah. If it needs fixing, we're gonna fix it. And another weaver's hut to pick this up. And this should also touch the green arrow for the access to the road. Lovely. Not a single tree in this radius. Maybe this one. Yeah. And there we go. Now that should turn wool into cloth and solve that issue as well. Now, one thing we do still need to fix is the silk cloth situation. How are dyes looking? Oh yeah, dyes are fine. Silk, on the other hand, is not. And you guys need both to work on silk cloth. So, dyes are fine, silk is not, so silk is what we're going to be growing. I think that should actually... I don't want to be too certain this will be enough. But just to be on the safe side. Let's get a bit more of an overview here. So, road access. And silk. No, that doesn't solve anything. I'll be damned. You're at 99%. You're at 99%, so you guys will be ramping up to that as well. And that once again should solve our problems. Why do I have a first? Okay, that's not part of the trade route though, that's just to be able to build all that stuff. That's lovely. And I do assume I'm picking up tools in the trade. Okay, yeah, lovely. And all that rebuilding took my balance down to pretty much plus minus nothing, which is kind of a good sign, because it means I've been doing my calculations kind of properly. Look at that. Okay, town just exploded from relinquishing those materials again. And that also means we have 850. We needed 750 for the winery. So that means we've got another area to cultivate. Should we do that over here? I feel like we should do that. Oh. It doesn't look as even as I would hope. Yeah, come on, let's just do it over here in our agricultural sector. Oh, really? You don't have any road access on that side? Why? But my dad was going to build that road anyway. So, vineyard and winery. Is that? Yeah, winery is just vineyard is just the field basically, and winery is the building that grows it. Need to rotate that. And up. Almost running out of wood again. I do trust my instinct that this one building will not be enough, just given the sheer size of our city at this point. But this one is producing wine straight up. I suppose I don't have any wine stands yet. Wine stand takes 1900 merchants, which I do not have. But we have almost 1000, so we're halfway there. Not to mention we're already half an hour in as well, but that's not the point. You can keep producing. I missed a spot up here. Yeah, there is no way this will be enough. Not for 1300 people, but we will get there. Is the cloth gonna keep being an issue? Looks just like it. So at least we solved food and spice. No, might not necessarily have solved spices. But alcohol and cloth have been solved. That's good news. I wonder for how long though. Tell you what, I'm just going to start buying wood because we need it in ridiculous quantities and are willing to pay for it. I do want to know where the trader is though. Oh, that's my own ship. That looks like a trader. Guess that's not one of mine. Or is that that? One of those two will be a neutral trader. Come on, sell me wood, either of you, or preferably both of you. Because I need these guys to advance. Oh, I'm needing a chapel up here as well. You're just sailing straight past. You. I mean, in a pinch, I could just take the wood from here and take it over.
Ahoy, you salty dogs.
Because apparently nobody wants to trade with me. That's a bad thing to happen. Yeah, you've got your chapel. What happened to you over here? Jesus Christ. You want another one, don't you? Yeah, you do want another one. What happened to you, though? Can you tell me? Was there a fire that I didn't notice? There might be. Speaking of which, deep well, weaving mill. Let's research that. And that. So why are you so unhappy? You need a tavern as well, that's for sure. Tavern, which is here, yeah, outside of that as well. Okay, we've got some stuff to work on. Let's accelerate time again. Build a chapel, that should expand the radius nicely. There we go. And then another tavern. There you go. Tavern is large tavern even. Okay, we can build that. Right. We can build large taverns. That's lovely. Alright then, let's give you guys tools again. Or building materials. Tools is a very... it's a term that's already taken in the Anno series with, you know, literal tools. are we running so low on everything? I mean, that's kind of a thing with these waves of ascension to the next stage. They do take quite a lot of tools and building materials in general. So no surprises, really. Oh, I forgot about the monument. Decorative flag. Yeah, that fits in there. That corridor that we were talking about earlier. Rotate. Okay, no, that's not what I meant.
Your city has reached the size of 1,500 inhabitants.
Interesting why I can't place that or even rotate that. Settlers. Okay, we're advancing nicely. They do seem to be having everything they need. We have a school here. Don't we also already have a high school? University? Yeah. Don't we have that already? There it is. Okay. Yeah, that covers pretty much everything. So what about the merchants? 1176. That also contains 117, which is the year of the next Anno, as you probably know. At least you should probably do when you watch this video. Fire Brigade. Do I already have one? I do already have one of those. I do wonder where. Is that? You look like one. Yeah, but we need another one up here. Okay, I don't want to wait for that forever though. So, block building materials and speed up time.
Another city has reached a size of more than 1,000 inhabitants.
You did. But you look like you only have... Yeah, that looks like a citizen's house. And otherwise mostly settlers. Fascinating. Speaking of which, I don't know why that kind of undid itself, but I'm gonna check out why. For one thing, why that island isn't revealed, and for another, see what's going on up there. Yeah, those are citizens' houses. Okay, food is fine. Alcohol still kind of isn't, tobacco isn't, spices aren't. So we will still have to do something about tobacco and spices. Hang on.
Ahoy, you salty dogs.
I need that wood. Okay. Oh, get away. You just... Okay. Just took it again anyway. So let's not do that. To be fair though, buying wood probably beats having to produce it everywhere. And what's going on up here? Show me what they got. And if it's merchants, then... It probably is merchants though. I mean, these islands are massive, don't get me wrong. Okay, there's citizens' houses at least. I don't see any merchants' houses yet. But it's also over 1,000. Can I trade with you all? Captain, don't tell me those are too different. They're using two different banners, so are they two different plays? Curious and curiouser. Right, time to focus back on our own stuff. Still need to fix tobacco and spices and silk cloth. Silk cloth might be kind of close to solving itself because we do seem to have enough silk now. Which means hang on, do we need it? No. We do need a dye works. That's what I was wondering. And we kind of need to get rid of that sheep sound. Thank you. I do apologize for that being obnoxiously loud. But yeah, we need more dye works because the we have enough silk, we have enough dye, indigo. So that will sort itself once we build a second one of those to make use of all those ingredients and produce more silk cloth. But there we go, we have enough bricks. So that should be good now. It keeps coming back to tobacco and spices, which are issues that we need to solve. And judging by the colors, those are two different players. One's red, one's green. And green even has a little supply island up here. Why? Kind of military looking as well. Okay, Jeffy is back, and we need tools, wood, and that. I'm going to keep coming back to that.
Ahoy, you landlubbers!
Until tobacco is effectively solved and spices are too. Until such time, though. Also gonna buy tools. Lovely. Okay, we can work with that now. Spices, yeah. Spices is what we need. Give me another plantation. Why is the fertility so crap? Oh, that looks alright. More tobacco. 3. 1, 2, 3, and boom. How is that even possible that I have so little bricks everywhere? That's not enough for anything.
Aye, very well, sir.
So how are we looking? 1,300 merchants. We're going places. To be fair to myself though, our population, especially in terms of merchants, has pretty much doubled. We have already kind of solved the cloth issue, the food issue. We've upgraded. We've built the vineyard and the winery. Speaking of which, how is are those supplies looking? Yeah, pretty much full. To be fair though, they are not being consumed right now, so we're kind of cheating on that regard. So what we will need in the rest of this episode is to get jewelry going, the large shipyard going, and the theatre going.
The fleet is moving, Commander.
Don't we have a gold deposit here? Yes, we do. Gems, on the other hand, I have not seen yet. Maybe. Just maybe. Where's that gems? No, that's iron.
An ore deposit has been discovered.
Lovely.
An ore deposit has been discovered. This island has rich ore deposits. There is iron ore on this island. An ore deposit has been discovered.
So long story short, I do not have a deposit of gems on an island that I currently possess. Oh, I already did unload that, okay. So, tobacco production right here. Tobacco farm right here. Couple more tobacco fields right there. That doesn't solve it. I'm lost for words as to what will. Improve production by another 50%, so I don't know. Something's a bit off here. That doesn't suffice. Oh, come on, really? The plague? Why? And where? Wait, what? Ah, there we go. Up here. I can build a... Or can I? No, I cannot. I can research one. And then I can probably build one.
There is no doctor.
There is now. He needs medicinal herbs. now I can even farm those. Cool. That was good to know, just in time. Crucial research, and I didn't even know what to use those for. But here we go. I can swear I don't need that bit.
The inhabitants of your country admire you. Your city will be graced by a monument.
I mean, they're all dying to the plague right now, but they love me. So I'll take those good news. Let's put it right here.
The Black Death demands its toll.
Do we have dead people? Not yet, it seems. But we are producing medicinal herbs now, so that's progress. Right.
The plague was brought to your land by a ship.
Okay, technology needs to chill out. So am I producing medicinal herbs or not? There we go, there's the first ton. And there's the market cart picking it up. Lovely. Boy, if that hadn't happened, we would have missed on a lot of research. Fast healing even, what is that? What does it do?
A traveler brought the plague to your settlement.
Yeah, I've heard that the first time, Mr. Announcer. We also got fast healing now, so hopefully that should be fine. Are they all pissed at me? No, they're just the ones affected and in the general area. Even the one whose next door neighbour's dying to the plague is just happy. See? Call that political commentary, if you will.
The Black Death demands its toll.
Why is that? Yeah, why is that guy not picking up his herbs and doing something with it? More importantly. So while the plague is killing us, let's just need a warehouse. Oh, there is. Yeah, tobacco is still screwed. So are spices. Why is tobacco still screwed? We're producing 10 tons now. Okay, I mean, that's something. But is that still not enough, really? But now we need dye. Now we need more dye. Where's indigo? Is that right? Yeah, indigo.
The Black Death demands its toll.
Heard you the first time. We've got full fertility for herbs on this island, and nobody's doing anything with that. I kind of struggle to see why that is. We can build a library now? We can. Lovely. For 24 bricks.
Look at this choice of fine wine from the cellars of Lord Valerian.
A traveler brought the plague to your settlement.
Come on. Just one more brick. There we go.
Plague is raging in your streets.
Now he's up here. Of course, now he's up there.
No sorcery. My ointments improve our nature.
Doctor up here.
Wine from the cellars of Lord Valerian.
The plague was brought to your land by a ship.
It's going to rampage through that quarter. Unless, of course, we do something about it. Okay. We do seem to be able to do something about it. Plague is gone. Along with our medicinal. Okay, we're starting to build up. Just took a while to get going, but now it is. District Court? What does that even do?
Hey, fellow! Look with your eyes, and not with your hands.
What does a district court do? Like, in game terms, I know what a court usually does, but does it have any gameplay effect? I'm wondering. Or you guys just happier because that's here? I have no idea. Okay, unlock building materials, and that should be taking off. Right then. I think, given the fact that we've been going for over an hour, we should call it here and postpone the items left on the list. So basically the jewelry production, the theatres and the shipyard.
Plague is haunting your settlement.
To the next episode. Look at that. That took 5 seconds to redeem itself. Lovely stuff. Yeah, like I said, jewelry, shipyard, theatre, that'll be an issue for the next episode, and then we will also have to look again at our tobacco and alcohol situation and make sure we can actually get rid of that wine somehow. Until then, I
There is
do
no doctor.
think you... Hang on, there is 2 doctors, so shut up. Ah, okay, fine, you got a point.
A traveler brought the plague to your settlement. There is no doctor.
There is two. And now there are... Come on. And now there are three.
Broken out.
So what are we really complaining about? 3 doctors. I call that plenty. Not the... I just want the warehouse here. Come on. Until we get to the next episode, I do want to thank you very much for watching and for enjoying this episode. If you liked it and enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode, and also check out my other socials, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all linked in my channel's description and on the description down below. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again on episode 7 of Anno 1503, where we hopefully finish the merchant part of this city building and lay the groundworks for the aristocrat quarters somewhere up here, because that will be the thing we do next. So we've got quite the journey ahead of ourselves, including fixing our supply chains, but we'll get there, and then we're going to have a beautiful town, and we still have lots of room to spare. So, till the next episode, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.